Okay, dear students, in the first lecture we discussed about the romantic revival, romantic revolt, and the contribution of romantic poet to make poetry simple. So we continue the same lecture, and now I am going to discuss on the features or characteristics of romantic poetry. Characteristic or features means वैशिष्ट्य of romantic poetry. So dear friends, dear students, as I have told you, there was a neoclassical age before the beginning of romantic age there. So the romantic poetry, first feature you can see that revolt against classical age. This poetry was against the features of poetry in the neoclassical age. In the romantic, neoclassical poetry was very strict rules and regulations were there for poetry. Poetry was artificial. The language of poetry was difficult, कठिन भाषा होती. It was ornamental and it was beyond the understanding of common people. So romantic poetry brought out the poetry from that difficult jail-like situation to the natural one. म्हणजे बंदिस्त जीवनातून मोकळ्या, free, okay, free or natural, they brought the poetry there. Free or natural life they brought for poetry there. They gave importance simplicity of language to the poetry. For them, language of poetry was simple. In neoclassical age, poets like Alexander Pope and John Dryden presented the upper class people coffee house manners, their behavior, prince and princess, all these things. But in romantic poetry, these people presented common people, simple language, simplicity there. They made poetry natural, simple, common, you can say sensitive in this age. So we can say that revolt against neoclassical age. Romantic poetry was then revolt against the neoclassical age there. Second feature you can see that about the romantic poetry was return to nature. Return to nature. In neoclassical age, poetry was not natural. It was artificial and poets did not take interest to present nature in their poetry. If they have tried to present nature in their poetry, but that also they presented artificially. Properly they have not presented that nature there. And so these poets were tried to present the nature into the poetry. Neoclassical poets presented in their poetry upper class, coffee house manners, but this romantic poet presented nature, beauty of the nature, birds, animals, creatures, trees, mountains, hills, and these all are found in the nature. These all are found there in the nature. So you can say that romantic poetry means nothing but it returned to nature, it come back to the nature, it left aside to that artificial into the poetry and it bring poetry in the company of nature. And they try to present the tribal, the rustic people who are the dwellers of jungle, who are the dwellers of nature, जे निसर्गाच्या सानिध्यात राहतात, आदिवासी लोक, खेड्यातले लोक, they try to present in this poetry there. Third features of poetry, you can see that in this romantic age there was the scope for emotion and imagination. See, in the romantic age there was a scope for emotion and imagination in the poetry. If you think about neoclassical age, there was no scope for emotion, no imagination, because they believed in reality, vastu sthiti's पाहिजे होती त्यांना. But these poets believed in emotion and imagination. See, the well-known romantic poet William Wordsworth says that poetry is spontaneous overflow of powerful feeling which is recollected in tranquility. पोएट्री काय आहे? स्पॉन्टेनियस ओव्हरफ्लो, उत्स्फूर्त ओव्हरफ्लो आहे फिलिंग्सचा, and that is recollected in tranquility, शांतता असते तेव्हा. So he tried to present that emotion in the poetry. He tried to unleash the feelings over the feeling whatever there in his mind. Poet, they handle the theme of love, friendship, okay, love for the animals and birds, human beings, relationship. These all are the part and parcel of emotions. Sensitivity, these all are the part and parcel of emotion, and they tried to present this emotion in their poetry. Of course, poetry was imaginative also. In this age, there was importance to imagination. Wordsworth poetry is full of imagination. Beautiful imagery there in this poetry of Wordsworth. Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge. S.T. Coleridge has written Kubla Khan. त्या Kubla Khan poem मध्ये S.T. Coleridge says, I want to build a palace. एक राजमहल बांधायचा, and that palace there should be, the roof is made of sun rays and walls should be made of ice. ते जे स्लॅब आहे त्याच्या सूर्याच्या प्रकाशाने आणि भिंती या मला बर्फाच्या करायच्या आहे. इट्स अ मिरॅकल ऑफ रेअर डिवाइस, अ सनी डोम विथ द केव्स ऑफ आईज, असं तो म्हणतो. म्हणजे ही इमॅजिनेशन पॉवर ही यूज. John Keats also made beautiful images used in the poem. P.B. Shelley imagined cloud. P.B. Shelley look at the cloud, okay, as a symbol of freedom. Okay, John Keats observed Nightingale as a singer, and he compared it with the beautiful images are used by him. So in this way, there was scope for emotion and imagination because these poets believed in emotion, imagination, feelings of human being. They were not writing everything artificially, but they believed in imagination, emotion, and romantic. In this romantic age, we can say imaginary things like fairies were seen in the poetry. Pari, okay, fairies were there into the poetry. Love was there into the poetry. Okay, witches, ghosts, these are also reflected into the poetry. It means what? In this age, poetry was emotional and imaginative. Next thing you can see that poetry is subjectivity. Subjectivity. Okay. Next you can see subjectivity. Poetry was subjective. Subjective means personal. These poets tried to present their personal view into the poetry. Subjectivity means personal issues, personal problems are also they made universal. स्वतःचे त्यांचे प्रॉब्लेम सुद्धा त्यांनी युनिव्हर्सल केले and they presented in their poetry. So in this poem, okay, poetry was subjective. Emotions, personal feelings, personal issues were presented by this poet in this poetry there. In this age, poet introspect themselves, and after introspecting, स्वतःचं आत्मचिंतन करून they compose the poem. They write the poem. Okay, they have composed the poem or they have written the poem there. So she walks in beauty. ही poem आहे त्याच्यात personal feeling. Lord Byron has given his personal feelings there, that how his personal life he is reflected there, how he is beloved, and he unleashed that personal feeling there in his poetry. Poetry written lines on Tinton Abbey. So he visited, Wordsworth visited to Tinton Abbey, and he has written about that Tinton Abbey in the poetry. Next thing, there was a spontaneity in the poetry. Okay, spontaneity was there into the poetry. Spontaneity means poetry was spontaneous. कविता ही ओढून ताणून लिहिली जात नाही. ही एखादा असा व्यक्ती असतो, some particular person is there. God has given that talent to the poet. God has given that innate gift, because natural, it's innate gift given by the God, and it is given to the particular people. So spontaneity, where the spontaneous feelings are there, that are seen in the poetry. Spontaneity म्हणजे उत्स्फूर्त भावना. Okay, spontaneous feelings are seen there into the poetry. As I have told you, Wordsworth definition, Wordsworth says poetry is spontaneous overflow of powerful feeling. Spontaneous, उत्स्फूर्त अशा भावना जेव्हा जागृत होतात तेव्हा कविता निघते. You can see in Marathi Bainabai Chaudhary, spontaneous overflow. She didn't go to school, but she wrote the poem. John Keats, Wordsworth, P.B. Shelley, Coleridge, their poetry was a spontaneous, utspurtpane yenari. Okay, it was, the spontaneity was seen in the poetry of both of them. See, ordinary objects and include his imagination. Ordinary objects also made effective common things. Ordinary things also made effective by this poet by using their imagination power there. त्यांची imagination power करून किरकोळ छोट्या छोट्या गोष्टी सुद्धा they have made universal. They are made uncommon. They have made extraordinary. Powerful passions for poetry is seen there in their poetry. Next, you can see that there is a supernatural elements were there in this type of poetry. Supernatural elements. Now supernatural elements means what? There were the supernatural elements in the poetry of romantic poetry, especially in the poetry of S.T. Coleridge. Supernatural elements. Now see, supernatural elements means what? The elements which we cannot believe. Supernatural elements are seen in the poetry. S.T. Coleridge saying willing suspension of disbelief. म्हणजे ज्या गोष्टीवर विश्वास ठेवत नाही ते पोएट्रीमध्ये दिसतात. जसे पिक्चरमध्ये एखादा हिरो असतो, तो 10व्या मजल्यावर उडी मारतो तर जिवंत राहतो, किंवा गोळ्या मारतात तरी तो जिवंत राहतो, कारण ते दॅट इज द पार्ट ऑफ यू कॅन से दॅट सुपरनॅचरल थिंग्स. So supernatural elements seen in the poetry of romantic poets, especially S.T. Coleridge, has used supernatural elements in his poetry. Now what is supernatural elements in the scene in the poetry of S.T. Coleridge? In the S.T. Coleridge poetry you can see that witches, fairies, ghosts, monsters, these are seen there. It was like that in Kubla Khan, he says that it's a miracle of real device, a sunny dome with the caves of eyes. मला भिंती बांधायची कशाच्या? बर्फाच्या, आणि छत सूर्यप्रकाशाचं, उन्हाचं, सूर्यकिरणाचं. Not possible, but in poetry everything is possible. That supernatural elements in his poem The Rime of Ancient Mariner, which we will discuss. In that poem he has shown the supernatural elements like monsters, ghosts are there which come to take revenge of Albatross, death of Albatross. That is presented by him. So supernatural aspects were seen in the poetry of romantic age. Okay, they were influenced the aspect of supernaturalism in their poetry. Next, simplicity. Simplicity was there in the poetry of romantic age. Okay, there was a simplicity in the poetry of romantic age. Romantic poem was simple. The language of the poetry was so simple because, as I have told you, it was the Wordsworth view. Wordsworthचा view असा होता की language of poetry should be man speaking to man. एक मनुष्य दुसऱ्या माणसाशी जसा बोलतो तशी पोएट्रीची लँग्वेज पाहिजे. That was the view of Wordsworth. And in the poetry of Wordsworth, in the poetry of P.B. Shelley, in the poetry of Lord Byron, you can see that language of the poetry is very simple. Even the common, rustic, uneducated person can also understand. जसं मराठीदाय बालकवी, मराठीदाय बहिणाबाई चौधरी कॉमन लोक पण समजतील, तसे हे इंग्लिश लिटरेचरचे रोमॅन्टिक पोएट की त्यांची पोएट्री could understand by the common English people as well, or common people also could understand their poetry. So you can say simplicity, it is the striking feature of romantic age and it is seen in their poetry. They have described the life of common man in their poem. Common man's life present केली त्यांनी. Common man's life is presented. Simplicity of that life is presented. Okay. They emphasize on simplicity In the neoclassical age poetry was difficult and so common people could not read. लोक वाचायचे नाही, मग रोमॅन्टिक एजमध्ये ते वाचायला लागले कारण पोएट्री वॉज सिम्पल. इट वॉज मेड फॉर द कॉमन पीपल अँड फॉर दॅट कॉमन थिंग्स पोएट्री वॉज सिम्पल, natural and important for them. Next, you can see that lyricism was there in the poetry of romantic age. There was a lyricism. Lyricism means music. Romantic poetry was a musical. Lyrics, most of the lyrics, sonnets were developed in this age, and that has made the poetry lyrical. Music was there in the poetry. In the classical age, poetry was difficult to understand common people. It was not lyrical. कविता तुम्ही जे म्हणतात ती चाल जर लावून म्हटली तर ती आनंदी वाटते आणि ती आपण पाठांतर पण करू शकतो. वी कॅन एन्जॉय दॅट वन. But it is not about the, if the poetry has no particular rhyme and rhythm, they have given rhyme, rhythm, music to the poetry, and that made the poetry very fantastic, very beautiful there. The neoclassical poet wrote the poetry in heroic couplet, but this poet tried to write the poetry in the simple language. Sonnet, simple language. Lyric, simple language. Ode, simple. So simplicity as well as you can say lyricism was brought there in the poetry. Next we can see that there was a melancholy in the romantic poetry. Means romantic poetry was melancholic. Melancholy means sorrowful, dukhi. Okay, romantic poetry was sorrowful, it was melancholic. Why this poetry was called melancholic? Because there was melancholy in the romantic poetry. Romantic poets themselves suffered a lot in their life. For example, Wordsworth fed up with the condition of England during his period. त्याच्या वेळी इंग्लंडची परिस्थिती that was not good, and so he was dissatisfied with the condition of England. He wanted French. He wanted the trinity of French solution: equality, liberty, and fraternity in England. So his personal feelings are seen in the poetry. S.T. Coleridge suffered from personal problem. He had the problem of giant act. त्याचे गुडघे दुखायचे, and his frustration is completely seen into his poetry. P.B. Shelley was dissatisfied with the circumstances of his age because he himself was atheist. तो आस्तिक होता, म्हणून त्या जे सिच्युएशन लोक people outcasted him. He troubled a lot. He suffered a lot. Even he committed suicide also. So his melancholic things are also reflected in the poetry. John Keats had a failure in the love. He loved his beloved Fanny Browne. Fanny Browne त्याचं प्रेम होतं. He proposed her many times, but his proposal rejected by her, and his failure also seen there in his poetry. So dissatisfaction, frustration with the age, frustration in the personal life, frustration because of the society, frustration because of the loss of moral and social values, freedom was reflected in their poetry. So you can say that romantic poetry was melancholic. So in this way, in these two lectures, we have discussed the background of romantic poetry, 18th and 19th century poetry, background of romantic poetry we have discussed there, features of romantic poetry also we have discussed there. Okay, see you.